First question is discuss the pros and cons of FDI in multi-brand retail sector and examine its consequence on the food processing industry in India. For FDI, foreign direct investment is an investment made by the company or individual in one. So foreign direct investment is an investment made by a company or individual in one country in business interest in another country in the form of either setting up business operations or acquiring business assets in the other country, such as ownership or controlling interest in a foreign company. So here it is important. FDI is an investment made by a company or an individual one country in business interest in another country in the form of either setting up business operation or acquiring business assets in the other country, such as ownership or controlling interest in a foreign company, such as ownership or controlling interest in a foreign company. Multi-brand retail. While the government of India has also not clearly defined the term multi-brand retail. FDI is a multi-brand retail generally refers to selling multiple brands under the roof. FDI is in multi-brand retail generally refers to selling multiple brands under one roof. The current foreign direct investment policy permits overseas players to hold 51%. The current foreign direct investment policy permits overseas players to hold 51% stake in an Indian retail company. Pros: survey serves as an aid to make investments which would yield long-term profits. FDI also, apart from its capital benefits, also helps in reducing unemployment as it increases job opportunities for the people. It would lead to an exchange of skill sets and technologies and much better production levels. Farmers, FDI will also benefit. FDI will also benefit the farmers in India by the multi-brand retailers who will operate here will be purchasing the goods directly from the farmers, which means that the demand will rise and farmers will be able to sell their products at better and for a fairer prices. And farmers and small products will benefit in the long run from better prices for their products and produce. Bigger benefits which the Indian economy will gain in this if this FDI is complete trade is that of cash inclusion. The FDI norm suggests that 50% of the 100 million capitals will go back to the back end infrastructure, which means a FDI of 2.5 billion. The FDI norms suggest that 50% of the 100 million capitals will go back to the back end infrastructure, which means the FDI of 2.5 billion, allowing international retailers which have already set up wholesale operations in the country to set up multi-brand retail stores will assist in keeping food and commodity price under control. FDI is a multi-brand FDI is a multi-brand retail would also help narrow and current account deficit. Given their professional approach, organized retailers will allot some quantity of resources towards the training and development of the resource they employ. With a mere 7% of the market, organized retailers are unlikely to drive kiranas out of business. The presence of foreign retailers through joint ventures and other means could speed up the process of transforming India's retail trade. The presence of foreign retailers through joint ventures and other means could speed up the process of transforming India's retail trade. Consumers received high quality products and at lower prices along with better services. So cons, small retailers will lose their market, especially in the unorganized retail sector, which are comprised of the local kirana stores and monopolization of the domestic market by large international retail giants. FDI in food processing industry. Recently, in the government's latest liberalization policy, it, it allowed it allowed 100% overseas capital in processing food retailing. It allowed 100% overseas capital in processed food retailing, paves the way for retailers such as Walmart and IKEA to sell multi-brand food products as long as they are sourced and manufactured within India. Such ventures, however, must seek approval from the Foreign Investment Promotion Board. Consequences helping the diversification and encourage industry to produce locally would help create infrastructure revenue and uplift farmers. Moreover, industry experts feel allowing FDI will cut waste and as big players will build back-end infrastructure. By the time products filter through various intermediaries and into the marketplace, they lose freshness and quality and often to go west. This will be taken care of its FDI in multi-brand retail. It allowed with organized retail every intermediate sub, step, step procurement procurement, processing, transport, and delivery adds value to the product. This happens because it uses international best practices and modern technology, ensuring maximum and efficiency and minimum waste. Organized retail enables on-site processing, scientific handling, and quick transport through cold storage chains to the final consumer. Once modern retailers introduce an organized model, other vendors including small retailers would mechanically copy this model to improve efficiency, boost margins, and stay in business. Organized retail would thereby bring more stability to prices, unlike the present system where hoarding and artificial storages by profiteering intermediaries push up product prices. Competent management practices and economics of scale, joined with the acceptance of global best practices and modern technology, could immensely recover system competence like their foreign counterparts. Indian customers are entitled to receive quality products, processed, handled through under a hygienic environment through professionally managed outlets. The center must consider allowing FDI in multi-brand retail of food and grocery to boost food processing, as it is unlikely to pose any threat to local stores because the majority of Indian consumers still buy fruits and veggies from the local market. Survey findings shows that the majority of Indian consumers prefers to buy fruits and vegetables from the local market, 53.3%, and push carts 18.8%, despite presence of organized retail stores in selected metros. Problems pardon despite government initiatives. Some states do not allow direct sourcing. As a result, global and multinationals have not shown interest in investing in the food supply chain. So high taxes on processed foods and vegetables hinder the processing. So thank you. Next we discuss the second question. So thank you.